Keith, had a chance to walk around the building, and one thing that I can see, I know you deal with this problem on a regular basis, is you've got tons and tons of ceiling tiles everywhere. And the big problem with those ceiling tiles is they get those spots and those stains that come from the condensation of the pipes up above. And the big problem with switching those tiles out is it's not just the expense, and let's face it, the cost of ceiling tiles goes up every week, it seems like. But the biggest expense is the time that you have to take to change those tiles out. Because the first thing you have to do is you have to stop what you're doing. You have to go down to the store and you have to buy the tiles, and then you have to come back. That blows at least an hour to 2 hours of your day right then and there. Then you've got to stop what you're doing. You've got to get the ladder out. You've got to get up in there. And a lot of times there's all kinds of insulation or wirings or piping or duct work that you have to deal with and move around. You've got to get it down. A lot of times those tiles will just break apart and come down on you. Then you've got to get a new tile. Now, if you notice those tiles over there on the ceiling, they're not full size, which means anytime you deal with a special type of tile like that, you've got to take the time to cut it, to get it to fit just right, to get it up and in there. And then when you're finally done with all of that, then you have to do all of the cleanup work after. So not only does it waste a lot of your money, but it blows a lot of your time. And that's the biggest part of where your budget of what your budget works off of, is the time factor between you and your guys. Wouldn't you agree? Well, at Chemco, we've come up with a great solution for that problem called Renew. Now, Renew is a great ceiling tile restoration product. This is basically clay in a can. It's basically the same substance that goes into your ceiling tile. Now, a lot of times people will try and do things like spray paint, but as you know as well as I do, that the fire marshal and both the city, county, and federal government frown on using any kind of spray paint on those ceiling tiles because they're highly flammable. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Renew and show you how well it works. I'm just going to spray a little into my hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to rub. Now look how the Renew is drying. The great thing about Renew, as I said, this is a clay, and once it sets up as a clay, it allows you to maintain your acoustical rating in your ceiling tile. It also allows you to maintain your fire rating. And because it dries so quickly, you don't have to worry about putting tarp down or anything. You know, if you use a spray paint and it comes down onto the carpet or the floor, you're going to have a heck of a time scrubbing to take that back up. But since this dries so quick, you don't have to put anything down. You can just sweep it up with a broom or pull it up with a shop vac.
Oh, okay.
And all you have to do, instead of taking the time to cut and do everything, just get right up there. It'll blend in with the existing tile and won't hurt anything, and it'll look like it's brand new. It's going to allow you not only to save a lot of money because you're not spending the money on those ceiling tiles, but you're also saving a lot of time. And the beautiful thing about this product is it'll actually help to keep the stains from coming back, unless of course you've got a major leak in your ceiling, and then nothing's going to help that. But for the little condensation, it'll actually keep those stains from coming back once it's been put in place. What do you think of a product like that?
This is a great product.
Well, let me tell you how we package it. We normally package that product 4 dozen to a case, 2 dozen to a half a case. What'll be better for you, a case or a half case?
Half case.
Great. Let me get my order pad and we'll get you started.
Okay.